So in this example, you have to find the current flowing through a circuit. Okay. So first write down the mesh current equations. So for that mesh current equations, we have to choose the direction of flow of current, that is plus minus plus minus. Okay. So from this equation, write the mesh current equations. That is, so first self impedance is, that is 3 plus 4, that is equal to the 7 into I1. Okay. So the mutual impedance between loop 1 and loop 2 is equal to the 4 ohm, that is minus 4 into I2 is equal to, here is equal to 30 angle 0 degrees. Okay, that is equal to the loop equation 1. Okay, just go through this. That is equal to the loop 1, that is equal to 7 into I1 minus 4 into I2 plus 0 into I3 equal to the 30 angle 0 degree. In the same way, you have to write the loop equations for the second loop. Okay, in this second loop, okay, so the self impedances are 3 ohms plus 4 ohms, that is equal to the 7 ohms. Okay, plus J8 into I2. Okay, so next mutual impedances in between loop 1 and loop 2 is equal to the 4 ohm, that is equal to minus 4 into I1. Again loop mutual impedance between loop 2 and loop 3 is equal to the again 4 ohms, that is minus 4 into I3 is equal to 0, because there is no voltage source within connected to this second loop. Okay, that is again second loop equations. Just look at this. Okay, same thing, that is minus 4 into I1 plus 11 into J8 into I2 minus 4 into I3 is equal to 0. Again write down the third loop equation, that is equal to 0 into I1 minus 4 into I2 plus 4 into I3 plus 3 into I3 is equal to minus 15 angle 0 degrees. Okay, after that, so we are choose these mesh current equations in matrix form. Already we know that how to represent these equations in the matrix form. Then find out the total current flowing through this circuit. So before that, you have to find the flow of current. Before that, we have to first determine the delta Z, that is determinant of this matrix. So delta Z is equal to this, that is 7 into, so for this 7 into 11 plus J 8 into 7 minus 4 into, so arrange them into, just we know that how to determine the delta Z. So when you solve these delta Z, the value is equal to, here we are getting is equal to the 315 plus J 392. Again after that, we have to find the current, that is either we have to choose delta 2 or delta 1. Okay, here we are just only find out the total current I, or otherwise if you want to find I2 or I1 any other thing, in series circuit I1 is equal to I2. So that's why next go for the determine the value of delta 2, just replacing the, so second column with this voltage equation, that is 30 angle 0 degrees 0 minus 15 angle 0 degrees. Then after that we have to find the value of determinant, that is equal to the 420, that is 420. After that I2 is equal to delta 2 by delta. Already we find out the value of delta 2, again delta Z. So 420 by 315 plus J92, then we are finally getting the value is equal to the 0.83 angle minus 51.34. So in this way we have to find the value of current, that is the current is equal to, here I2 current is to be determined. So just how to find out this current flowing through this circuit is equal to I2 is equal to, here I2 is to be placed in second loop. So that's why in second loop means we have to find the value of current flowing through this second loop, that is I2. So just first we have to find the values of, find the current equations. So that have to find by using first just indicating the plus and minus sign indications within every loop. After that we are selecting the similar path, that is either we are entering path or a leaving path. Then write down the equations. After that we have to put them into the matrix form. So from this matrix we have to find the value of determinant of the matrix. At the same time which value we have to find. In this case we have to find the value of current I2. So that's why we have to find the value of delta 2. So because I2 is equal to the delta 2 by delta Z. So that's why there is a need to find out the value of delta 2. So finally we are getting the value of current flowing through the second loop, that is I2. Okay. Next go for the another example. Again in the circuit shown in figure A, find the current in 5 ohm resistor using mesh current analysis. So where is the 5 ohm resistor? So the 5 ohm resistor is equal to in this third loop. So third loop. So just we have to find the current. So we have to find the value of current flowing through this 5 ohm resistor. That means we have to find the value of current I3 in third loop. Okay, next solve the equation. So first write down the mesh current equations in loop 1. Okay, for that one, loop 1 I1, just go through the self impedances. Okay, the self impedances are 10 ohms plus 2 ohm, that is equal to the 12 ohms into I1. Okay, so next the 2 ohm is in between I1 and I1 and I3, so that's why minus, that is 2 ohms into I3. Okay, next voltage equation is equal to 10 angle 90 degree, that is equal to the 10 angle 90 degrees. Okay, that is the loop equation 1. Next again loop equation 2. For this loop equation 2, again note down the self impedances, that is 3 ohms plus j 5 ohms, 3 plus j 5 into I2. Okay, so in between loop 2 and loop 3, that is equal to 3 ohms, that is minus 3 into I3. Okay, so in between loop 2 and loop 1, that is equal to voltage equation 10 angle 0 degrees is equal to the 10 angle 0 degrees. Again go for the third equation, third loop equation. Self impedances are 2 ohms, 3 ohms and 5 ohms. 2 plus 3 equal to 5, 5 plus 5 equal to 10 ohms. Okay. Again in between loop 1 and loop 3, that is equal to minus 2 into I1. Again in between loop 2 and loop 3, that is equal to 3 minus 3 into I2 is equal to 0. So these are the three loop equations we have to write. Okay. So those three loop equations are in this case, that is loop 1 equation is equal to, that is 12 into I1 minus 2 into I3 is equal to the 10 angle 90 degrees. Again for second loop equation, 3 plus j5 into I2 minus 3 into I3 is equal to 10 angle 90 degrees. And third equation is equal to, so third equation is minus 2 into I1 minus 3 2 into I2 plus 10 into I3 is equal to 0. So these three equations are step to put them into the matrix form. Okay, already we know that how to represent these equations in matrix form. Then after that find out the delta Z. So delta Z, after that we have to find the value of delta 3, because we have to find the current flowing through the 5 ohm resistor. So this 5 ohm resistor in third loop. So that's why we have to find the value of delta 3. After that we have to find the value of I3. I3 is equal to delta 3 by delta. So then we are getting the value of this value. Okay. So that is the current flowing through the 5 ohm resistor. Okay. So in this method we have to solve the number of equations and number of circuit by this mesh current analysis. Just simply, so there is a 3 steps we have to remember. That is, first one is, so write the mesh current equations. After that put them into matrix form. Okay. So next, from that matrix form, which value you have to determine, based on that we have to select the, so either delta 1, delta 2 or delta 3. Based on that we have to find the voltage, current or any other parameters. Okay. Next go for the another example. Referring to the network of the above figure, find the current ratio I1 and I3. That means if you have to find the value of ratio I1 and I3, okay, just we have to find the value of current in I1 in first loop and I3 in the second loop. For that, first write the mesh current equations. After that find out the value of delta Z. After that, if you want to find the value of I1, so find out the loop delta 1. Next for I3, that is equal to the delta 3. From that we have to find the I1 and I3. Okay, next go for these equations. Okay, write down the mesh current equations. Just denote the sign indication in positive, the clockwise direction, plus minus, plus and minus. So self impedances means 5 ohms plus j 5 ohms, that is 5 plus j 5 into self impedance means that is equal to I1. Okay, So the mutual impedance between loop 1 and loop 2 is equal to only J5. So that's why minus J5 into, okay, J5 into, so I2. Okay, so there is no connection between loop 1 and loop 2. So that's why 0 into I3, okay, is equal to, it is connected to the one voltage, so that is equal to the 30 angle, sorry, 30 angle 0 degree, that is equal to the loop 1 equations. Is it clear? That is self impedances 5 ohms and J5 ohms into I1. Mutual impedances mean between the loops. So in between loop 1 and loop 2, the impedance is equal to minus J5 into I2 plus 0 into I3 is equal to the this voltage equation, voltage value, that is 30 angle 0 degrees. Next go for the loop 2 equations. Okay, again note down the plus and minus, again plus and minus, okay, again plus and minus. Okay, the total self impedances are 2 ohms, J3 ohms plus 6 ohms, and 2 plus 6 is equal to 8 plus J3 into I2. Okay, next mutual impedances between loop 2 and loop 1 is equal to minus J5 into I1. So between loop 2 and loop 3 is equal to 6 ohms minus 6 into I3. So there is no voltage, so that is equal to 0. This one is second equation, second loop equation, that is 2 plus 6 plus J3 ohms into I2 minus J5 into I1 minus 6 into Ji3 equal to 0. That is loop equation 2. Next go for the loop equation 3. Okay, again self impedances are 4 plus 6 plus 4, that is equal to 10. 10 into I3. Okay, in between loop 2 and loop 3, that is equal minus 6 into I2. There is no connection between loop 1 and loop 2, so that's why I1 equal to 0 is equal to 20 angle 0 degrees. Okay, so is equal to the 20 angle 0 degrees. So in this way you have to write the loop equation. Just cross check these loop equations. Okay, directly we have put them into the matrix form. So first we have to find the value of delta 1. So delta 1 means just replace this column equation into 30 angle 0 degrees, 0 and 20 angle 0 degrees, and after that determine the value of delta 1. Okay, next go for the delta 3. Okay, after that you have to find the value of I1 and I2, delta 1 by delta. Okay, so next after that, so when we are find the value of I1 and I3, just simply note down the ratio I1 by I3 is equal to whatever the values we are getting, that values is to be replace here I1 by I3, then that is equal to the 1.28 angle 12.44 degrees. Okay, so this one is how to find out the values. Okay, just simply note down first. So the persons who write the equations effectively, then easily calculated. That means after writing the equation, there is a simple mathematical calculations. So that's when we write the correct equations, then it is easy to simplify the problem. Okay. Next, go for the another equation. Sorry, another problem. Find mesh current I1 and I2 for the circuit shown in figure. Just simply we will go for the another method in this case. Okay, that is to find mesh current equations in matrix form. So apply KVL for each loop, we get mesh current equations. So 10 into I1 plus I2 minus J5 into I1 is equal to the 50 angle 0 degrees. Again loop 2, 10 into I1 plus I2 plus 3 into I2 plus J4 into I2 is equal to the 50 angle 0 degrees. Okay. So in this case, instead of considering two loops, here we are considering only one loop. Okay. So in this one loop, the first equation is 10 angle. So from this 10 ohm resistor, the two currents will be flowing, that is I1 and I2. So that's why 10 into I1 plus I2. Next, go for this minus 3 plus J4 into only the current flowing through this equal to I2 equal to 50 angle 0 degrees. That is the equation here. We look at here, that is, so 10 into I1 plus I2 minus J5 into I1 is equal to the 50 angle 0 degrees. That is 10 minus J5 into I1 plus 10 into 5 I2 is equal to the 50 angle 0 degrees. At the same time, loop 2 equation, again from this 10 ohm resistor, the two currents will be flowing, that is 10 into I1 plus I2 plus 3 into I2 plus J4 into I2 is equal to 50 angle 0 degrees. After getting the equations, put them into the matrix form. Okay, after that solve the equations, that is for delta 1 and delta 2, and find the current to delta 1 I1 and I2. I1 and I2 is equal to delta 1 by delta Z is equal to I1, delta 2 by delta Z is equal to I2. So these are the simple mathematical up to this. Okay, when you're getting the equations, next steps, all the steps are only simplification. So that's why, so there is no need to explain how to simplify, just to look at the calculator and simplify these equations. Okay, next go for the another example. So same example, that means, so instead of loop equations for, so loop current in every loop equations, we can choose the, so all currents is flowing from this all the elements. Okay, that is I1 current, I2 current and I3 current. Okay, next just go for the equation 1, that is for loop 1, equation 1 is equal to 5 into I1 plus I2 plus I3. That means this one is 5 ohm resistor. Okay, this one is 5 ohm resistor. From this 5 ohm resistor, I1 current, I2 current and I3 current are flowing. So that's why, so 5 into I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus J5 into I1. The only the current flowing through this J5 ohm resistor is equal to I1 current. So that's why, so plus J5 into I1 is equal to the 30 angle 0 degree. In the same way, second loop equation. So second loop equation means the I2 current is flowing through the circuit. Again from this 5 ohm resistor, I1 current, I2 current and I3 current are flowing. So from this 5 ohm resistor, I1, I2, I3 current are flowing. Next from this 2 plus J3 ohms, I2 current and I3 current, these two currents are flowing, 2 plus J5 into I2. Okay, next 2 plus J5 into I2 plus I3. Next for 4 ohms only I3 current is flowing, that is 4 into I3. That is the second equation. That is, so 5 into I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus 2 into I2 plus I3 plus J3 into I2 plus I3 plus 6 into I2 is equal to the 30 degrees, 30 angle 0 degrees. Again third equation, again 5 ohm resistor, 3 currents are flowing. Again 2 into I2 plus J3 into I2 plus I3 plus 6 into I3 is equal to the 30 angle 0 degrees minus 20 degrees. Okay, again arrange them into the matrix form. After that find the values of delta 2 and delta 3. Okay, so next you have to find the values of I3 equal to delta 3 by delta Z by applying Cramer's rule. Okay, is it clear for everyone? Just simply in this circuit, so instead of, so we are flowing the current in 3 loop equations. So the 3 currents will be flowing through the first element to the last element. Okay, so that means I1 current, I1, I2, I3 currents are flowing through this 5 ohm resistor. Again 2 plus J3 ohms, 2 currents, I2 and I3 current is flowing. Again for 4 ohms, that is I3 current is to be flowing. Okay, just so simply directly we have to write the equations in this method. Okay. Next we have to choose the another network. Okay, so this one is in this circuit shown in figure A, find the currents IA, IB and IC. Okay, so this way of connection is called as a star connection of network. That is, the circuit looks like a star. So that's why, so the way of circuit connection is equal to the star connection. So another circuit is in terms of delta connection. Okay, so in this case we are considering the circuit is equal to the star connection. So star connection means, so all the starting points are connected to the at one point, that is starting terminal of each element is to be connected at one point is equal to the star connection. So delta connection means, so when one end of the terminal, suppose this one is one terminal, the starting terminal of the, so one terminal is connected to the ending terminal of the another, that is equal to the delta connection. That means star connection is equal to the all the starting elements of the, for starting terminal of the each element is to be connected at one point, that will be equal to one junction is called the star way of connection. Okay, so in this star way of connection we have to write the current sorry, you have to find the values of currents IA, IB and IC. Okay, here there is a two loops is to be existed, that is loop equation, loop 1 and loop 2. Okay, again write down directly. So the loop equations, so by the inspection method, so by the inspection method means there is a self impedances. So from this equation the self impedance is equal to the 3 minus J4, again 3 minus J4, that is 3 minus J4 plus 3 minus J4, that is equal 3 plus 3 6 minus J8 into I1. Again in between loop 1 and loop 2, that is 3 minus J4 into I2. Okay, this one is loop equation 1 is equal to 220 angle 120 volts. Okay, let's look at these equations. Okay, loop 1 equation, that is 3 minus J4 into I1 plus 3 minus J4 into I1 minus I2 is equal to the 220 angle 120 degrees. That is 6 minus J8 into I1 minus 3 minus J4 into I2 is equal to the 220 angle 120 degrees. Again loop 2 equations, 3 minus J4 into I2 minus I1 plus 3 minus J4 into I2 is equal to the 220 angle 0 degrees. So from that equation minus 3 minus of 3 minus J4 into I1 plus 6 minus J8 into I2 is equal to the 220 angle 0 degrees. So that is loop equation 1 and equation 2. These two equations is to be put them into the matrix form. That is 6 minus J8 minus J4 minus of 3 minus J4 minus of 3 minus J4, again 6 minus J8 into I1 into I2 is equal to 220 angle 120 degrees, again 220 angle 0 degrees. After that, to find the values of delta Z, delta 1 and delta 2. Already delta Z, that is determinant of the matrix. Again for delta 1 replace this first column with the voltage equation, that is 220 angle 120 degrees, and then find out the value of delta 1. For delta 2, just second column is to be replaced with voltage values. After that you have to find the value of delta 2. Okay, that is delta 1, delta 2 and delta 1, delta 2. After that find the value of I1 and I2. I1 is equal to the delta 1 by delta Z. I2 is equal to delta 2 by delta Z. Next find out the value of IA, IB and IC. Okay, so look at the circuit. So here is equal to IA. Okay, so IA means the current flowing through this first one, so that's why IA is equal to I1. Whatever the current we have getting is equal, I1 is equal to, that is IA. Next IB is equal to, so in between these two, that is I1 and I2, so that's why IB is equal to either I1 minus I2 or otherwise I2 minus I1. Next IC is equal to, so IC equal to only the current is equal to, here is I2. So IC is equal to I2 current is to be flowing. Just look at these equations. Okay. Here is, so IA is equal to I1, that is equal to the, so I1 current is equal to the IA current. IB is equal to, in between these two equations, that's why I2 minus I1, that is equal to 25.4 angle 29.13 degrees A. Next IC is equal to, the IC direction is in the entering into the circuit. So I2 current is from leaving from the circuit, so that's why those are in opposite direction. So that's why IC is equal to minus I2, that is equal to the 254 angle So minus 36.87 degrees. Okay, so in this way you have to find the values. Just go through simple way. Okay, so that is, so first you have to write down the number of loop equations. Okay, so when you are finding the number of loop equation, just note down the current directions of the each loop. Okay, after that write down the loop equations and put them into matrix form. So in this case we have to find the values of current IA, IB and IC. So we have to find the value of IA. So first find out the value of I1. So when we are determining the value of I1, that I1 is equal to the IA. Next, if you want to find out the value of IB, so we have to determine the value of I1 and I2, because so this one is in between these two loops. So that's why IB is equal to I2 minus I1. Next, IC is equal to, IC flowing direction is in this direction, but I2 is equal to the opposite to this IC. So that's why IC is equal to minus I2. So for finding out these values, after write down the loop equation, first find out the value of delta. After that, for loop equation for I1, so delta 1, for I2, delta 2. So we can find these values of delta, delta 1 and delta 2. Just find out the value of I1 and I2. After that, so when you are getting these values of I1 and I2, find the value of IA, IB and IC. Okay. Next, go for the another example. Again, find mesh current equations I1 and I2 for the circuit. Okay. So in this circuit already they give the direction of flowing current direction in the loops. Okay. So that means I1 current and I2 current both are flowing through this circuit. Instead of write down the equations, here we are directly write down the equation, that is 10 ohm resistor. So from this 10 ohm resistor there is a two currents is to be flowing, that is 10 into I1 plus I2, because I1 current is flowing through this direction. Again I2 current is also flowing this 10 ohm resistor. So that's why 10 into I1 plus I2. Okay. Next, so minus J5 ohms. So minus J5 into, again flowing through this I1 and I2. So that's why I1 plus I2 is equal to 50 angle 0 degrees. Again for second equation, this I2 current is also flowing through this 10 ohm resistor, that is 10 into I1 plus I2. Again, so next this 10 ohms is flowing through this 3 plus J4. So that's why plus 3 plus J4 into I2. Again, so this I2 current is also flowing through this minus J5 ohms. Okay, so we write down these equations. Okay, look at these equations, that is 10 into I1 plus I2 minus J5 into I2 is equal to 50 angle 0 degrees. Next second loop, 10 into I1 plus I2, 3 into I2 plus J4 into I2 is equal to the 50 angle 0 degrees. Okay, after that write down into the matrix form, then find out the values of delta, delta 1 and delta 2. Then find out the currents I1 and I2. I1 is equal to delta 1 by delta Z, I2 is equal to delta 2 by delta Z. So this one is totally about the mesh current analysis. Okay, so in this mesh current analysis, so first we are learn about the, so then what is mesh analysis, or otherwise what is a loop. So loop means that is equal to the, so all the elements are connected in a closed path, that is equal to the loop. So in this mesh analysis, okay, first write down the number of equations required, that is equal to m is equal to b minus n plus 1. Okay, that is the number of branches minus number of nodes plus 1 is equal to the number of mesh equations required. After that, so next we solve the network, that is by mesh current method. First write down the mesh current equations for each loop, that is first you have to choose the current flowing direction. First you have to choose the current flowing direction. Okay, so after that write down the mesh current equations. Okay, so when write down the mesh current equation, put them into matrix form. After that, by applying the Cramer's rule, we have to find the values of delta, delta 1, delta 2. So based on that, you have to determine either value of I1, I2 and I3 currents, or otherwise the total current flowing through a circuit I, or otherwise voltage, power and so on you have to determine. So this one is totally about the mesh analysis. Okay, so I think it is clear for everyone. So this one is for within a second chapter. This one is one method we have to study, that is mesh current analysis. Next class, in our next class, we are going for the second method, that is node analysis. Okay, so just remembering these methods. Okay, no need to confuse. Okay, thank you one and all.